Hello everyone, welcome to the day 3 of learning NXCAD. So in this session, we'll understand about the rectangle, how to draw the rectangle. So for understanding the rectangle, first I will click onto the sketch and then we'll select any plane. Okay, so I'll select the XY plane and then we'll click OK. First, we'll understand the rectangle. So if I click onto the rectangle, you can see here after clicking onto the rectangle, we are getting the rectangle method. So here you can see first method is by 2 points, second method is by 3 points, third method is from center, and then input mode. So first I'll click onto the by 2 points, and then here we'll select the input mode parameter. And one more setting we need to do here, we can click onto the more tab and check here display sketch constraint is on, and display sketch auto constraint also you can on or off. From here also you can on and off continuous auto. Let's understand the first type of the rectangle, that is by 2 points. So here in the parameter mode, if first it is asking us to select the first point of the rectangle, so I'll select this point as the first point and then existing point. And after that you can see as I am dragging my mouse, it is increasing the width and height dimensions. So if I click here, you can see now the selection method of the by 2 points. First we are selecting this point and second we are selecting this point. So the selection will be like this. So whenever I am creating the by 2 point rectangle, you can select one point and second is the opposite point. Okay, like this. So in the first command, in the by 2 points, anywhere you can select the first point and then you can drag it as much as how much width and height you required, and then you can click OK. And later you want to apply the dimension, you can click onto the rapid dimension and then we can select the line. Then second line also we can select, and then if I want to edit it, you can just double click and you can edit. Instead of 110, for example, I want 115, and then this I want around 80. Okay, so like this easily you can edit this. Now moving for the rectangle again, now this time we'll select the second type, that is by 3 points. So here I'll click onto the by 3 points parameter mode. So as I selected, here you can see it is asking us to select the first point. So if I select the first point here, so then we can decide the width of the rectangle, either this direction or in angle. You can see as I am moving, my angle dimension also changing. Okay, so for example, I want width at 70 mm. Here you can add the 70 manually and then press the tab button. And then here, if I want to change the angle, I want 45-degree angle, enter. So now this line is locked at the 70 width and angle 45. And then as I'm clicking onto that end point, you can see now I can adjust the height. Okay, so here the action is happening like this. First we need to select the one point, then second point, and then third point. Okay, so the flow is like this and this. Okay, so here we can select the width, height, and angle. Three dimensions we can give here. Okay, so the action here, it is happening like first, then you can select state 90-degree, 0-degree, or in angle. Then second point you can select, and then third, that is our width, height, width or height. And later still you want to edit the dimension. The action is happening first, second, and third, like this. Here also first, second, and third, like this. So these two actions are happening. Now moving further, next we'll select the from center command, rectangle method. Select it. So from center, again it is asking us to center of the rectangle. So for example, I want the rectangle at this center. So I'll select the center point. We'll select the parameter mode and select the center point. So you can see now, as I'm selecting the center point. Here you can see it is asking us the width, either this or this. You can decide. Okay. And then as I'm selecting the width, then height from the center. Okay. So here first we need to select this, then width, either this or this, and then height. Okay. So the action is happening like this. Select any center point. For example, here I want the center, then I want angle in this. Okay. And then I can make it more height. Okay. So first width, then second height. Okay. So like this action is happening. So in this, all the three options, 2 points. First, we are selecting opposite points 1 and 2, either 1 and 2. Then you can apply the height and width. Then into the 3 point. By 3 point, we are selecting first, second, and third. Okay. Or angle also we can give. And then from the center, first center point, then width, then height. Okay. So these three actions are happening in the different rectangle methods.